What if I told you that your fear of wasting time, of doing not enough, is actually the thing wasting your time? I know it sounds maybe crazy, but that's exactly why so many smart, so many creative people stay stuck, second guessing everything, overthinking, waiting for a certainty that never comes. Let's break that cycle today, right now. So if you don't know me yet, I'm Christine, and this channel is for you if you are a creative mind or you would like to become a little bit more creative, but you overthink actually more than you create. If you feel stuck in your own head, questioning whether you are good enough or if you're just wasting time here, you're in the right place. I help people like you. I help people just like you break free from the mental loops, excuse me, the self-doubt and creative paralysis and creative paralysis and creative paralysis so you can actually do what you love without the baggage. Have you ever felt like you're running out of time, like you're not doing enough, and you keep yourself busy, busy, busy all the time? And you think, well, by now I should be somewhere. I should be more ahead, more accomplished, more successful, more something. And so when you're finally sitting down to create something, it feels wrong and that old pressure kicks in. Is this even worth it? Yeah, I'm just doing it for myself. Guilt trip, guilt trip, guilt trip. And will this lead somewhere? Should I be doing something more productive? Because creating something that could be art or maybe not isn't really productive, is it? That thought, that's the killer. That's why so many people stop before they even start. Not because they are too busy in general, not because they lack talent. We can get so really creative, no pun intended, in designing a world of excuses for ourselves of why something can't be done now or ever. That fear of wasting time or not doing enough, in a weird way, it sounds good. In a weird way, it sounds productive. In a weird way, it sounds super busy. Yet it is a trap, because that is what most fears are, a trap. Have you ever heard of the sunk cost fallacy? It is one of the reasons why people stay in bad relationships, stick with jobs they hate, and keep watching movies they already know they don't enjoy 30 minutes in, hoping it will get more interesting, not wanting it to be 30 minutes of time they can't get back, just to find out after 2 hours they can't get that time back. By the way, if a movie that fits this description comes to mind, please drop it into the comments, just for the lols, and to know which movie to better avoid from the beginning, so we all stop wasting our time. But back to the topic. Sunk cost fallacy. It is the belief that because you already invested time, energy, or money into something, you must keep going. Otherwise, it was all for nothing. All the sacrifices for nothing. And here's where it gets really interesting. The same psychological bias is what keeps people from creating at all. How sad is that? You think, I have to keep going that way because I've already spent years on this career path. I can't start over now. I can't waste time for myself. I can't do this. I can't do that. I've already wasted so much time procrastinating. What's the point of starting today? Or, I have tried that before. It didn't work. I can't do that. I'm just not creative. Why should this time be different? Do you see what's happening? You are measuring your future potential by past investments and not by what's actually possible. So you keep underestimating yourself. And here's the brutal truth. Sticking with something just because you have already spent time on it or money or whatever on it is not a good reason to keep going. You don't get that time back either way. The only thing that matters is what you choose now and next. And this is why so many people feel trapped and feel smaller than they needed to. They not only just stay in a job they hate or in a routine that drains them, but also in a version of themselves that they have outgrown a long time ago without noticing. And when we talk about creativity, we need to become more comfortable with it not being linear, with it being this weird little thing that we can't grasp and understand fully. It doesn't work like a factory. It doesn't punch in at 9, deliver results by 5, and bring you a return on investment by the end of the quarter. And that is because creativity is something so deeply innate, so deeply human. It cannot be forced. It cannot be repaired. It cannot be fixed. It cannot be treated like a machine because hearts, minds, and souls of people are not machines. And yet, people keep trying to force it into that mold. They want guarantees. They want deadlines. They want proof that if they invest time or something else into being creative, writing, painting, filming, or making music, it has to pay off. And now that I'm thinking about it, it goes way beyond creativity. People want guarantees for something that is impossible to guarantee. However, so we know that's not how it works. Creativity and personal growth, it's more like compound interest. You don't always see the results immediately. You do see bits and pieces when you are open to it. You do see changes, sometimes not what you wanted to see, but what you needed to see. And over time, it can change everything. And mostly we can just recognize that in retrospect. When you think of yourself 10 years ago or less, 5 years ago, or even just one, you are most certainly not really the same person anymore. You have grown, changed here and there, matured in places. You know better who you are and what you want and what you don't want any longer in your life. Well, let's just hope it is that way. And now, when you are a creative of some sort, do the same. Look back in time, go through your archives and compare, because most people don't realize that, because we only see the glitzy here and now. But some of the most successful creators have entire bodies of work nobody has ever seen. Writers have half-finished books that will never get published. Musicians have libraries full of songs, albums that never made it out of their notebooks. Innovators have failed ideas everywhere, but those ideas paved the way for their breakthroughs. So even when a specific thing didn't succeed, the pure act of creating it changed them. It sharpened their skills. It led to new ideas, connected them to new people. Nothing is wasted. So instead of asking, is this worth my time? Am I deserving spending time with myself? Try asking, what's the cost of not doing this? Because the real waste isn't the hours you spend creating something imperfect. It's all those years you spend holding yourself back. You spend sacrificing yourself, your needs, your desires for something, your dreams, waiting for certainty that will never come. And the people who break out of this loop, it's not the ones with the most talent. It's the ones who stopped waiting to be sure, waiting to start something. So here's your challenge. Go waste some time and see what happens. Thank you as always for spending time with me. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit like, subscribe, notification bells, comment, share, all the goodies. And if you would like to work with me or know more about me and what I do, please find all the necessary links in the description box. And yes, I hope I see you next time. Until then, bye for now.